The value action gap is a psychological concept that applies to everyday life. It is a theory that applies to everyone and simply means that we have our values, however, we do not always act upon them. Several factors contribute to this gap, such as lack of awareness, barriers to action, such as cost and convenience, and psychological distance, which is just the perceived distance between an individual's actions and the global impact of those actions. Basically, people feel that what they do won't make a significant difference to the grand scheme of things, so they may be less inclined to make a difference. Our belief system changes all the time. For example, people eat unhealthy food even though they care about their health. The value action gap can be applied to our collective environmental concern and our basic action, such as recycling, which is now becoming quite widespread throughout the population. But a few people take drastic environmental actions which involve changes to their lifestyle. For example, people buying plastic products, heavily plastic lined products, to save a few pennies, even though they seem to be concerned about plastic waste. The value action gap helps us understand the lack of progress towards microplastics in many ways. Microplastics can come from a variety of sources, such as larger broken plastic and resin pellets. However, they all enter our ecosystems through our ignorance and our lack of duty of care. People are still littering and discarding plastics as it's usually the easy option. Even though people know that littering negatively impacts our earth, I don't think they understand the full extent of this issue. The value action gap theory has the potential to help us make future decisions about waste, as people usually choose the most convenient option. So, in order to manage waste, especially plastic waste, I believe there needs to be more awareness campaigns in schools and business in order to reach a wider audience about the scientific effects of this issue. We also need to create supportive social norms of recycling and reusing, as buying and discarding single use plastic in normal waste bins is just too normalized. Also, if there were more accessible alternatives, such as a recycling bin for every general waste bin, and if it actually went to recycling, more people would be able to act upon their values of taking care for a cleaner environment. Thank you for listening.